Hey there, my fellow adventure seekers. Welcome back to the channel that brings you the most epic and jaw-dropping content. I'm your host and guide Jenny, and today we have something undeniably explosive in store for you. Brace yourselves, folks, as we delve into the world of Hurricane Lee, a force of nature that'll have you on the edge of your seat. Powerful Hurricane Lee will create hazardous conditions along the East Coast, regardless of its uncertain final track. As we gaze at the ominous dark clouds looming over the vast expanse of the ocean, it's hard not to feel a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Hurricane Lee, a powerful and relentless storm, has emerged, and there's no turning back now. This storm is about to make an unforgettable impact on the East Coast, regardless of its uncertain final track. Hold on to your seats because Hurricane Lee means business. With winds reaching incredible speeds and monstrous waves crashing against the shoreline, this storm is all set to create havoc along the entire East Coast. It's time to batten down the hatches and prepare for the intensity that awaits us. One of the most intriguing aspects of Hurricane Lee is its unpredictable path. As we take a closer look at the animated map, we can see the potential tracks that this fierce storm might follow. From Florida to the Northeast and even Canada, the impact zones remain uncertain. But one thing is for sure, no matter where it ends up, this hurricane will leave its mark. To get the inside scoop on Hurricane Lee, we spoke with a leading meteorologist from the National Hurricane Center. According to their analysis, while Florida might be spared from a direct hit, the East Coast is not out of the woods yet. Massive waves, rip currents, and hazardous conditions are expected to engulf the entire coastline. It's a situation that demands our attention and preparedness. It's time to roll up our sleeves and gear up for the storm of a lifetime. We capture the resilience and determination of the East Coast communities as they prepare their homes, gather essential supplies, and brace themselves for the impact of Hurricane Lee. Witness the unity and strength that arise in the face of adversity. Ever wondered what lies in the aftermath of a hurricane? We take you on an eye-opening aerial journey over previously affected coastal areas, showcasing the immense destruction left behind. From eroded beaches to battered structures, the scars of these natural disasters serve as a stark reminder of nature's unpredictable force. London cops arrest terror suspect Daniel Khalife following intrepid prison escape. Can you imagine escaping from a high-security prison like something straight out of an action movie? Well, that's exactly what Daniel Abid Khalife, the most wanted man in Britain, managed to pull off. Khalife, a former British soldier, was awaiting trial on charges of breaking the Official Secrets Act and terrorism-related offences. But instead of facing justice, he slipped out of London's Wandsworth prison in the early hours of Wednesday morning, setting off a nationwide manhunt. Prison breaks are incredibly rare in the United Kingdom, with only 10 inmates escaping in the past 5 years. So Khalife's daring escape shocked the nation and immediately became front-page news. The details of how he managed to evade capture are nothing short of mind-blowing. It is believed that Khalife clung to the bottom of a food delivery van, making his exit from the prison grounds undetected. Talk about nerve and resourcefulness. With a dangerous fugitive on the loose, the Metropolitan Police launched an intense nationwide manhunt to recapture Khalife. Enhanced checks were put in place at ports and airports, while police officers scoured every corner of the city, even searching Richmond Park in southwest London. The search effort was relentless, and a £20,000 ($25,000) reward was offered for any information leading to his arrest. After 4 days of suspense and anticipation, the tension finally came to an end. London cops managed to capture Daniel Abid Khalife in a dramatic operation. The arrest took place in an area of West London, and police made sure to take every precaution to ensure the safety of the public. Khalifa's capture marks a significant victory for law enforcement and provides some much-needed relief for the community. Now that Khalifa is securely back in custody, the questions arise: how did he manage to escape in the first place? What were the lapses in prison security that allowed such a breach? These are the burning questions that demand answers. The authorities, including the British Justice Secretary, have vowed to leave no stone unturned in their investigation. G20 summit avoids condemning Russia for Ukraine war, calls for peace. The G20 summit, comprising of the world's most powerful countries, recently concluded in Rome. The primary focus of this year's summit was to discuss global economic recovery, climate change, and the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. However, the leaders' decision to avoid condemning Russia for the Ukraine war has sparked controversy. The G20 leaders expressed their concern regarding the situation in Ukraine and called for a peaceful resolution to the ongoing conflict. However, they fell short of condemning Russia, which has been accused of supporting separatist rebels in the region. Many people are questioning why the G20 summit avoided condemning Russia for its involvement in the Ukraine war. One of the main reasons is that many G20 members have economic ties with Russia, and imposing sanctions or condemning the country could harm their economies. The G20's decision has faced criticism from many corners, with some accusing the leaders of prioritizing economic interests over human rights and democracy. Many people feel that Russia's actions in Ukraine cannot be ignored or excused. The G20's decision to avoid condemning Russia has also faced criticism from other countries. The United States and European Union have condemned Russia's actions in Ukraine, and some have criticized the G20 for not demonstrating a more united front on the matter. Overall, the G20's decision to avoid condemning Russia for its involvement in the Ukraine war has sparked controversy and faced criticism. While it's essential to consider economic interests and encourage diplomatic solutions, it's also crucial to prioritize human rights and democracy. Hopefully, the G20 leaders will continue to work towards finding a peaceful resolution to the conflict. Hurricane Lee downgraded to Category 3 storm as U.S. impact still too soon to know. Live. Hurricane Lee's astonishing journey from a Category 5 storm to a Category 3. Within just 24 hours, this powerful hurricane intensified and caught the attention of meteorologists worldwide. Let's dig deeper into this whirlwind transformation. Now, let's talk facts. Experts have confirmed that Hurricane Lee is currently a Category 3 storm with maximum sustained winds of 115 miles per hour. Though it has weakened, there's still a possibility for Lee to regain strength over the weekend and possibly into next week. The National Hurricane Center alerts us that Lee will likely remain a dangerous hurricane for the next 5 days. But here's the twist: it's still too soon to know the storm's potential impacts along the U.S. Atlantic seaboard. Are you ready for the suspense? As we embark on this thrilling journey, uncertainty looms over us like dark clouds before a storm. Will Hurricane Lee bring havoc or lose its intensity before reaching land? The answer remains shrouded in mystery. What we do know is that dangerous surf and rip currents are expected on Sunday and Monday, with the possibility of worsening conditions in the coming week. According to forecasters, Lee is expected to pass north of Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and the northern Leeward Islands. However, the British and U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, the Turks and Caicos, and the Bahamas could still face life-threatening surf and rip conditions generated by the hurricane. Keep your eyes peeled for the latest updates as we unravel the uncertainties together. Now, let's dive into the much-anticipated question on everyone's minds: will Hurricane Lee reach the U.S. East Coast? Hold your breath, my friends, as forecast models paint a complex picture. While some forecasts suggest that Lee could graze the coast, others hint at a different path altogether. The key takeaway here is that it's been a minute since we've seen such uncertainties, making this hurricane all the more intriguing. As we approach the climax of this hurricane saga, remember to stay tuned for further updates. The National Hurricane Center emphasizes that it's way too soon to know what impacts, if any, Hurricane Lee might have along the U.S. East Coast, Atlantic Canada, or Bermuda. We'll be closely monitoring the situation and keeping you informed as the storm progresses. Now, let's dive into the much-anticipated question on everyone's minds: will Hurricane Lee reach the U.S. East Coast? Hold your breath, my friends, as forecast models paint a complex picture. While some forecasts suggest that Lee could graze the coast, others hint at a different path altogether. The key takeaway here is that it's been a minute since we've seen such uncertainties, making this hurricane all the more intriguing. As we anxiously follow the developments of Hurricane Lee, meteorologists are tirelessly analyzing every possible scenario. The unpredictable nature of this storm has captured the attention of experts and the general public alike. It's not every day that we witness such a confluence of contradictory forecasts. The potential trajectory of Hurricane Lee has become a subject of intense speculation. Some models speculate that it might veer towards the U.S. East Coast, brushing its periphery before moving away. This possibility has sparked both concern and fascination amongst coastal residents. They find themselves torn between preparing for its arrival and hoping for its diversion. Join us on this nail-biting journey as we delve deep into the awe-inspiring story of Hurricane Lee. Witness its dramatic transformation from a Category 5 storm to a Category 3. Discover the uncertainties surrounding its path as it nears the U.S. Atlantic coast. Stay updated with our expert analysis and fascinating visuals as we unveil the mysteries of Hurricane Lee's journey. Don't miss out on this thrilling adventure. Hit that play button now. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and share. Don't forget to leave your comment.